the ultra small DYU foldable compact mini e-bike. Let's get it. This has to be the most unique and different bike that I have ever gotten on this channel. And this is the DYU D3F mini foldable electric bike. This bike only has 14-inch wheels, making it super compact. And the rear 14-inch wheel contains a 250-watt max power motor that can put out a max of around 10 Newton meters of torque. Now, attached to those 14-inch wheels, other than the 250-watt motor, are these disc brakes. These disc brakes are mechanical. You don't really need a ton of power to stop a bike that only weighs a maximum of 38 pounds. Now, down here you will get a light, and the switch is right up here on the handlebars. It's a little odd that you don't just press the switch and it works. You do have to hold it down for 3 seconds to turn the light on and to turn the light off. Now, the front headlight is wired into the 10 amp hour battery that you'll find in the center of this frame. Now let's flip this bike around. And as you can see right down here, it is a single speed with a very small chainring and a small rear gear. Now, this does have extremely short and very tiny cranks to be able to fit the size of this bike. Now, this does have a cadence sensor, so you can use it with pedal assist, but that cadence sensor has a really big delay. So you have to be going about 4 to 5 miles an hour for you to really be able to feel the effects of the pedal assist. It does come with a set of plastic fenders. Not that I would think anybody would be riding this in the rain, but it is nice to know that if you do ride through some puddles, that you won't get splashed up all over your clothes. The seat is relatively comfortable and comes with some springs on here, so it will absorb some of the shock. And you will need that because these tires are extremely small, and whenever you air them up, they do feel pretty much rock hard. So any extra suspension in the seat is a good thing. Now, back here, you do get a little button press light for the rear. I don't know how many people are going to be riding this at night, but it's always nice to have a safety feature like this. And it is not tied into the main battery, so you will have to replace batteries on this, and remember to shut it off whenever you are done riding. Now, if we continue to look up front here, you do get a power button up front, and you also get a battery indicator light. It's just 4 LEDs that let you know the kind of status of the battery. There's no other display on this bike. It's super simple. The power on is really quick. Literally, you press the button, the bike's ready to go. There's no boot up sequence or anything like that like you see on some other e-bikes. And this does have a full twist throttle over on the right-hand side. So who exactly is the DYU D3F for? Well, personally, I have seen these around town for people who want to make very short commutes on flat routes. But I've also seen them down at the local college in my area, and that made me think these are probably absolutely perfect for people who are living in a dorm room that need to get from one building to the next and don't have storage space for a full-size bike. So with a max speed of only 15.5 miles an hour, this thing would be ideal to operate around other people. Now that we know a little bit more about this bike, let me show you how this folds down. You're gonna have a little lever right up here. You'll slide this piece of plastic away and then unlock it just like this. Now, you can unlock the bars right here to roll them in so you can protect the brake levers. And that will just fold down like that. Then you can drop your seat all the way down. Then you can fold in your pedals by squeezing on the inside of the pedals and pulling up. And now this is how compact this bike gets. And with it being this compact, you can use this section right here as the handle and simply lift it up. This bike is incredibly light, and being as short as this bike is, this will fit under just about every desk I can think of that I personally use. Kickstands up, let's ride. All right, let's get up on the curb on this bad boy. Whew. All right, let's hit up the sidewalk. I feel like this bike is legit made for a sidewalk. It's just small and compact. Now, if you're expecting some mass acceleration, this thing is super gradual at accelerating. Once you get it up to speed, this sucker cruises. And it feels really fast because you got such tiny wheels. Now we are gonna do a hill test over here, but it's not gonna be anywhere close to the hill test that I put all my other bikes through. This is a single speed and I have hit its limit right here. I am pedaling like a madman. If I were to guess, this hill is probably like an 8 to 9% hill, and it starts right about here. So we're gonna do this throttle only and see how this bike does. Now I have seen quite a few people around my area actually riding bikes that look similar to this. I don't know that they're the exact same brand, but they seem to be kind of a thing that college students are using. And I could see that because this thing gets small enough that you could take it into class with you, not have to worry about locking it up. It's basically a scooter in bike form is really what this is. Climbing up this hill, it's doing it. I was just sitting there talking and this thing is actually climbing the hill. I am almost to a dead stop, but we're still going. It's still pushing. All right, we made it up the hill. Okay, we're at the bottom of the hill now. Let's go ahead and get this thing pedaling, get the pedal assist to kick in. And like I said, this pedal assist does take a second for it to kick in. When I first started riding this bike around my driveway, I didn't think the pedal assist was gonna work, but you just get it up to probably 3-4 miles an hour and you can feel that pedal assist kind of pushing you along a little bit faster pace. You quickly run out of gears as this is a single speed, and I am ghost pedaling right now. There's no resistance. I'm just continuing to spin to keep that cadence sensor running, but we're cooking it up this hill. I mean, it's not lightning quick, but it's doing better than what I thought it would do. Kind of makes me want to go over to the 19% grade hill, but I know for a fact that this is not rated for a 19% hill, and it did that really, really well. All right, let's go ahead and go down the hill here. I'm going to do a brake test. We're gonna lock these suckers up. Now you do have to be careful because the front brake is switched. We're gonna stop right at this point here. Locked it up. As you can see, I've got my nice little line right there. This thing stopped relatively quick. I mean, probably 15 feet